Whoa, what's with this stigma? I personally don't understand why there is a huge common thought out there that you don't need to Photoshop or edit any of your images because you want the natural look. Well, there's one saying that kind of sums this up for me, and I want to tell you why, basically, photo editing, Photoshop is really essential to finish images into art. And I truly believe that, and you should truly believe that, because if you just leave things the way they are and you think you're not distorting reality, you're flawed, in my opinion, because there's so much more you can do to convey these certain things that I'm going to tell you. Let's go! You can create art any way you want it and exactly as you want it. You have the ability to control, you have the ability to draw, you have the ability to paint reality as you see it. You could even save money. You can print your own posters, you can make your own business cards, you can make a business out of retouching, out of fixing old photos, and it's just simple like that. You can learn something different like editing to have another source of income, or at least something on the side. The possibilities are simply endless. You can create a style you want. That way you could separate yourself from everybody else in the entire world. If you love a sepia tone, if you love to use some kind of blur, if you like to do something your way, you can incorporate that into your photo editing and it'll pay off and you're not the same. I don't want this one to be taken the wrong way, but you can fix a bad image. Say if the color doesn't look good in something, then you captured it either in RAW or JPEG, you could turn it to a black and white. You can boost the blacks, the highlights, and everything to make it look different, to make it look better. You can hide things, you can hide grain in ways that you could do it. One thing I always say, if it's a blurry photo, well, guess what? It's a blurry freaking photo, but you have full control. Lastly, you can make some subtle changes to your image. That way you can convey the emotion, the feeling, whatever style you want through your photo. So anything slightly by the color, by the tone, the composition, the way you crop, the way you don't crop something is style, and that's the way you can portray the way you want to show your message to the entire world. And quickly, here are some goals that you should have while photo editing. Simply, your image should add an impact onto something and tell the story the way it is. You could take your image into the next layer, see what I did there, of creativity. So that is all I have. That's why Photoshop, that's why photo editing, that's why all this is important, because you can do something different. Enough with this thought, this theory that you have to leave things the way they are. I think that's a lazy excuse for not trying to learn how to edit, how to step outside of your zone. You don't have to go out and buy Photoshop right away. There's plenty of free things. You can get Adobe Elements if you're just starting out, if you're afraid to go to maybe Adobe CC or something like that. Now it is a little more affordable for a lot of people. We'll get into that later, but you can learn. It's simple. It's the internet. There's Google, there's YouTube, where you're watching this now, of how you can learn basic, not even in-depth photo editing yet when you're just starting out. So don't be intimidated. Photo editing can really help convey what I said throughout this entire thing and to step up your game, because it will pay off and you can tell any story the way you want to, and that's why you can be passionate about something. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye.